Echoes of the still pond. The stillness was absolute. The pond's surface stretched like polished glass, unbroken and pure, reflecting the heavens above. The light of the setting sun bled into the water, turning its edge a deep crimson, fading into liquid gold. A single leaf, burnt orange with autumn's touch, drifted down, spinning lazily in the crisp evening air. It landed upon the water, and the illusion shattered. Ripples spread outward, slow and deliberate, their rings reaching across the pond's vastness. The echoes of that ripple, however, were more than just movement. They were memories. They were reminders. The villagers spoke of the pond in hushed voices, wary of its power. Some claimed it was cursed, that it reflected more than just a man's image. Others whispered that it held the voices of the past, that those who listened long enough might hear the echoes of what once was. Some dismissed the stories as superstition, others as mere legend. But there were those who believed. And tonight, so did he. A man chased by shadows. Dorian stepped forward, his boots crunching against the frost-laced grass. He pulled his cloak tighter around his shoulders, but it did little to stave off the cold that had settled deep within his bones. He had not come for the beauty of the place, nor for the stories. He had come because he had nowhere else to go. The weight of the past pressed against him, a ghost he could never outrun. He had spent years drowning himself in distractions, in distance, in the foolish hope that if he ignored his regrets long enough, they would lose their grip. But the past did not fade. The past did not forgive. And so, in the end, he had come here, to the place that remembered, the pond. Dorian exhaled slowly, watching as his breath curled in the frigid air. The wind was still, the trees towering above him in solemn silence. Everything was quiet, too quiet. Then, a sound, soft, barely there. A whisper carried on the air, curling around him like a phantom's touch. Do you seek forgiveness, you or the truth? Dorian stiffened. The voice had not come from behind him. It had come from within the water. His heart pounded, but he did not turn away. Instead, he knelt, slowly, his knees pressing into the damp earth. His fingers trembled as he reached forward, brushing the water's surface. The moment his skin met the icy depths, the past came rushing back. Reflections of regret, the world around him vanished. The trees, the sky, the cold air, it all dissolved into shadow. And then in the water's depths he saw a boy, no older than 10, standing at this very pond. His laughter rang through the air, bright and unburdened. His mother knelt beside him, her hand resting gently on his shoulder. One day, she had whispered, this place will show you who you truly are. The memory shattered like broken glass, and another took its place. Dorian saw himself again, but older this time. A young man standing on this shore, his hands clenched into fists. A girl stood beside him, her face streaked with tears. You're leaving, she had whispered. I have to, he had said. You don't. You're choosing to. You don't understand. No, she had whispered, stepping back. You don't. The reflection blurred, dissolving into ripples. Another image surfaced. A battle. Smoke and fire. His sword slick with blood, his hands shaking. Bodies littered the field, some enemies, some friends. His breath came in ragged gasps. He had survived. But at what cost? The pond did not answer. It only showed. The weight of the echoes. Dorian gasped, breaking free from the vision. He was back on the shore, the night wind howling through the trees. His reflection wavered in the pond, fractured by the ripples his own tears had caused. His past lay before him, undeniable. The things he had done, the people he had left behind, the choices he could never undo. His mother's voice whispered in his mind, soft as the wind. This place will show you who you truly are. Dorian bowed his head. The pond had not judged him. It had not offered him solace nor condemnation. It had simply shown him the truth, the echoes of his past, rippling through time, forever reaching outward. The stillness returned, and in that silence, Dorian finally understood. The pond did not offer forgiveness. It did not grant absolution. It only offered reflection. The pond never forgets. Dorian rose, his hands curling into fists at his sides. He turned away from the water, stepping back onto the path that led into the forest. The trees whispered as he passed, the wind carrying voices he would never hear again. He did not know if he would ever return to this place, but the echoes remained. Some ran from their past, others faced it. But the pond never forgets. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know in the comments what ideas you would like the next story to be about. Please leave a thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment.